feeling like you are constantly juggling work and life and never quite getting it right. In today's fast paced world, finding balance can seem impossible. But what if I told you there is a smarter way to make it work? Stay with me and let's dive into 3 powerful strategies to finally achieve that work life balance you've been craving. Balance usually means that it's better to find the point in between too much and not enough. Too much of work, not enough of relax. Usually, this is that way, not the opposite. I am talking here, first of all, to accomplished professionals. So I guess that your challenge is rather how to prioritize yourself and your well being rather than how to push yourself to work even more. Work life balance means that we don't exaggerate, that we don't sacrifice our own well-being in sake of the so-called success defined usually by the external world. And the external world doesn't care so much if we pay too high price for this socially accepted success. Too high price can be extremely difficult for us. This means we may end up with a burnout, with a depression. Sometimes, in the worst case, we just can't continue like before. We really can't make next steps. Hi, I'm Agnes Sophie. If you are new to my channel, welcome to GenX Career Navigator. I am the experienced headhunter. I have over 20 years of experience working with big international institutions. Know your limits. What does it mean? You should understand that our energy level is limited, and our duty is to take care of building up this energy and not only spending this energy. And when we only work, this is just having a car and not adding new fuel or not going to check if everything goes well. It's like abusing the resources which are limited. We as human beings are happy to have, for example, this rhythm of going to sleep and recharging our batteries, of eating and recharging our energy level, or taking the free time and again recharging our energy level. But if we don't do it, if we don't sleep enough, we go to sleep too late, we work too long hours, we don't exercise, this energy level will not magically grow up. We need to consciously manage this. And this is why knowing your limits is very important, because then you can say no. You can say no even if someone, maybe your boss, maybe your colleague, maybe the customer, will ask you to work more and more. They will be demanding. They will be. That's their right to try. But your duty, if you take responsibility for your own well-being, your duty is to set these boundaries and to say no. And you can say no in the nice, polite, assertive way, but only when you are relatively relaxed, happy, confident. Because if you let the words to push you to the wall without setting these boundaries early enough, you will arrive to the moment that your frustration will explode in the worst possible moment. And when someone will be too demanding, you can explode in this situation, and you can lose a lot, because then you will show up as the negative person, or maybe you will show unconscious aggression. So this is your obligation towards yourself to know when you should stop. This means maybe you know your organism and you know that every half an hour you need to stand up, you need to have a short walk, you need to drink water. Maybe you know your organism and you know that every 3 or maximum 4 hours you should eat something. Maybe you know that after 8 or 9 hours of work, you definitely need to finish. It's just too much working 12 hours, even if you have very urgent projects. And maybe you know that you need 8 hours of sleep, which means you have to go to sleep early. And what happens if you don't do all of that, if you don't respect your organism and your needs? For a short time, maybe nothing happens, but in a long term, you will start to experience consequences which can be too difficult to deal with, like exactly other addictions, because working too much is nothing else like another coping mechanism which is addictive, and what's interesting is socially accepted. So working too much means that, okay, you don't drink alcohol, for example, or not too much. Okay, you don't go to play in the casino, you don't smoke even. You may be perceived as a very healthy, constructive person, but the reality is that your coping mechanism with life is this perfectionism, when you sacrifice your natural needs just to gain the applause and to be accepted by the others. And the others, it might be your boss, which is subconsciously reminding you one of your parents. It may be the organization which is offering you recognition, and then you feel better about yourself because you feel seen, you feel important, you feel really needed and contributing. I encourage you to make the plan, to consciously finding space for your relaxed free time, exercises, spiritual activities. It's up to you. It may be meditation, it may be just a mindful walk. There are plenty of mindful techniques. It's super easy to find them online. It's possible to find the meditation groups, to study deeper philosophies like Stoicism or Zen or whatever you choose. More important is to search for this spiritual fulfillment than finding and sticking to that particular system, let's say, philosophical or religious system. But bringing spirituality means that you have something else than just pushing forwards in the direction of reaching all your business, professional goals. I wish you a very, very happy and amazing journey in searching for this balance, because you may be really surprised how much energy can you bring back to your life. I am trying in my own life to balance very challenging tasks. As I said, I am the headhunter, so I'm working for the big institutions with very high standards. So I am obliged to keep the deadlines, and sometimes it requires working much longer than 8 hours per day. And only when I very consciously started to prioritize my well-being, I found this rhythm of the day, this best way of organizing my life, not only to dedicate all my resources to my business professional goals, but also to stay healthy and happy. You will be more complete person, setting up healthy boundaries, confident, and just radiating this confidence outside. Thank you for being with me here today. I invite you to watch next videos and subscribe to my channel and like the content if you liked. See you in the next one.